Oh, welcome to Blues to Do TV. My name is Marlee Walker. We are a weekly live streaming podcast, free coffee and treats right here in the lab at the Seattle Drum School in Georgetown. If you want to be part of our live audience, don't hesitate. Come on down, 1 o'clock every Sunday afternoon, right after church. Yeah, we have church in the same space. And you can watch our archived shows at youtube.com/ the letter C / Seattle Drum School. Yeah, we are here at the Seattle Drum School of Music. You can find all kinds of lessons here and performances. They do showcases of students on a regular basis. It's a lot of fun. Stay tuned. We're going to have our live guest, Jayza Duhon, on today. It was going to be 2 scoops, but we had to reschedule that. We're going to, and Jayza, she's been on my radar for a while, so I was really just grateful that she was available for this Sunday. And she has done opera and everything, so stay tuned for this. She's amazing. So, yes, I want to thank our sponsor, Mitch's Best Buffalo Sauce. There we go. And, yes, you can find out more about Mitch's Best Buffalo Sauce. I think there's a QR code. Oh, Christian, you're so on it. Just the right heat, just the right bite. This rich and creamy sauce made with real butter, all real butter, tastes great on everything except dessert. It's handmade in small batches, and it's made like a gourmet French sauce. It tastes great on any chicken dish. My mouth's watering, including wings. It's also great on any seafood, roasted vegetables, and many other foods. I put it on mac and cheese. Highly recommend that. Available locally at QFC, Metropolitan Markets, Hagen Markets, and most fine meat shops in the Puget Sound area. Order directly from Chef Mitch, the sauce boss, at mitchesfoods.com. Yeah, I just want to make sure and put that in. We are broadcasting on Duwamish land in Seattle's Georgetown area from the lab at the Seattle Drum School of Music. 1010 South Bailey is the address if you want to make it down. We recognize the Duwamish tribe and the people there for taking care of this land. We thank them for taking care of this land for generations. Whether you're checking us out on Facebook or YouTube, might be other places I don't even know about, we do have a new website design coming, and looking forward to sharing more Blues to Do monthlies and some of the past TV shows, radio shows, and all that I've been involved with for my whole life. So we're going to do blues prevention every week. Just a little piece of wisdom. I'm old enough, I've collected a few things, a few pieces of wisdom. I've experienced things that taught me, and also just collected some paper that I'm going to share with you. And I want to give a shout out, top of the show, to C.D. Woodbury. He got in a bad wreck in December, car accident stuff, and his feet got messed up the most. And that's not fun. So anyway, he lost his car. They got a car for him already. The community is stepping up, but you can also help. There is a GoFundMe page to help him out, so do that. It's Help C.D. Woodbury Get Back on His Feet. That's the name of the GoFundMe. So yeah, if you want to help out, throw a dime his way, that'd be pretty cool. All right, so blues prevention. Today it's on relationships, and there's 5 A's. I just learned this last year, and I'm not sure why. I've never heard of it before, because I thought it was really great advice. The 5 A's, and I've got them memorized now. Check me on this. Attention. Oh, look, there they are. Attention. So if you want a good, healthy relationship with someone, start by paying attention. Give them attention. Ask them how they are and mean it. Listen to their answer. Yeah, okay, so paying attention. Acceptance. Don't reject someone. Let them feel accepted. That brings down that defensiveness and all that. And yeah, you start getting along better. And then allowing someone to grow. Allowing someone to be, not be controlling. So that's the allowing. That's the third one. The fourth one, pretty easy. Appreciation. It's pretty easy to give appreciation, just to say you appreciate somebody. And to mean it, of course, again, you can tell when someone doesn't mean it. So appreciation. And then if you do all those, you get affection. Hey, all right then. So work on those 5 A's. 5 A's. It's simple. I don't know why I never heard of this before, but good advice from my wisdom bin. And I'll pull something out every week. Just digestible amounts, nothing too preachy. All right, Jayza Duhon will be our guest later today. I want to mention also, we do bathroom reviews, And it's good advice. It's good, I'm sorry, not advice, good useful information if you're going out to a club and you want to kind of check the bathroom review out first. Now, this particular bathroom, it's the club that's amazing. So I'm going to do pictures of the club first, and then we're going to do the bathroom at the very end. Come on up. Good to see you. So the bathroom review is McMiniman's. It's the Elks Club in Tacoma. So now it's McMiniman's. They call it the Spanish Ballroom because that's one of the performance spaces inside of the venue. But it is the coolest. Okay, that's the outside. The lighting is great. They got the rainbow flag. Just really amazing building that they refurbished. I got to meet these brothers, the two brothers, the McMinimans. Come on up, come on up. I have done a great job all over the Northwest of refurbishing these old buildings. And they actually take pictures of the old building, and they're inside, so you can see what it was looking like before they did all the work and they remodeled it. So it's really incredible. McMiniman's in Tacoma is the venue. Now, what's our next picture? I think there's a tree, a famous monkey fern. I can't remember what's the actual name of it, but there's a huge story around that tree and how it when it was planted and the whole thing. So when you go to the venue, do check it out. I recommend it. They have stories, pictures framed all over the wall. It's really a cool tree too. I see people picking up pine cones all the time because they want one of those in their backyard. Okay, so here's some of the chandeliers. Now this is hard to get a picture of a chandelier and share it, but that's a beginning of the chandeliers. And there's another chandelier picture. They're just incredible. They're all over the place. Somebody had a lot of fun putting these up. Some of them are kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it. I'm not a designer or anything. I don't even know the language, but it's really amazing. So McMiniman's is the venue, also known as the Elks Club in Tacoma. And so we're doing a bathroom review, but that'll show up at the very end because the venue is so amazing. You got to see pictures of the venue first. There's also art on the walls that they have commissioned, and there's an incredible piece. Oh, yeah, that's it right there. All kind of women. She's got scissors in one hand, and there's Mount Rainier. So there's definitely a story with this art. That's also, I think, one of our images, so you can read up on it if you'd like. If you switch that slide to the story part, then leave that one up. They can take a push pause and read that story. It's just incredible, and they do have many stories at this McMiniman, so do check it out. I think the bathroom review is the last part. They have like 6 bathrooms in this place. They're all amazing. Paint jobs are there we go. Clean, everything's good. I wouldn't review it if it didn't have a clean bathroom. All right, so that's it for the McMiniman's review. All right, we started a little late, but life happens. You don't want to force anything. And my guest today, as I said earlier, I'm very, very excited and thrilled to have you. When I first saw Jayza Duhon, it was in a club, and I went, oh my, listen to the richness of the tone. And she was in a lower tone, but she also does opera, so she can bring it in every range. I don't even know how much your range is. Go ahead and get close to that mic for me. Scooch up so we're not trying to hear you. So yeah, from opera to R&B to beats, she's got produced singles. She's done a Pacific Northwest tour, a European tour, played the Paramount, the Moore Theatre, the Benaroya, and she's only 24. Is that still true? You're 24?
Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. When's your birthday?
June 23rd.
June 23rd.
So 25's coming up soon.
So you are Cancer?
Yes, I am a Cancer.
You flow like water.
Have to, yes.
Oh, so nice to have you here.
I'm so honored to be here. So thankful for the opportunity as well. So.
Yeah, you were amazing. When I saw you at the flight path the first time, my jaw dropped, and I went, who is this?
Thank you.
So your tone, when did you know you had this amazing voice? When did you know you had the ability to make people cry?
Well, I grew up singing in church, as most singers do. But when I knew that I had the ability, I was about 13 years old, and I was singing the national anthem at a school function. And it was like the last one where the 8th graders got to sing. And I had never sang in public on my own. And I sang, and when the whole crowd stood up for me, I was like, wait a minute, this isn't just, and it wasn't even just the standing and clapping for me in the ovation. It was the fact that when I came after singing, people were coming up to me and they were like, "Oh my God, your voice is amazing. Your voice is so beautiful." And so when that happened, that kind of gave me a little boost of confidence, because even being a younger girl going to a school where I wasn't really represented, I didn't really have the confidence that I aspired to have. So when people kind of, I got that, that attention from being able to sing, it was like, wait a minute, now I think this is what I'm supposed to be doing. People are coming up to me telling me how much it's changing their lives. And I had a event where I was singing for Safe Crossings. It's a grief program for children in Seattle. And I was a part of it when I was a child as well. I lost my grandfather. And I had a little girl come up to me and she was like, "Can I have a hug?" And I gave her a hug and she just started crying. And when that moment happened, I knew. I was like, wow, this is really what I'm supposed to be doing, because I wish I just had that person when I was growing up, and now I can be it for those young children. So I'm just thankful for it,
That's amazing. You're making my hair stand up. I mean, that at 24, to be able to already give back to people and to realize that full circle stuff.
It is.
So you were 13 when you sang the national anthem? Was that?
Yes, I was 13. And then when I sang at Safe Crossings, I was about 15. It was my first time ever doing a paid performance that was at a large magnitude. It was a luncheon, and there were hundreds of people, and it was my first time ever being paid to sing. Honestly, like, being paid to sing, your first gig is something. You're like, wow, I'm not just doing this for fun anymore. I'm just, this is becoming something. So
this is a career.
Yeah.
Who's given you good advice?
Ooh, a lot of people. Who has given me good advice? I would say Josephine Howell.
Oh, I love her.
That's my auntie Josie. I would say Tiffany Wilson.
Oh, yes.
MD. Medeiros.
Oh, yes, Medeiros.
Yes, I would say a lot of everyone in the music community has given me bits and pieces of knowledge. Musicians, Brandon on keys, Craig, a shout out to Randy, everybody, like, everyone has had a piece in my journey, and I'm just thankful for it, because they've taught me, even in situations where I've been shown something, even, just true of, like, the nasty side of being an artist, of, like, people will try to play you, people will be like, hey, let me be your manager, but I need this much %, or I've had people do that. And so to have good reinforcements of people telling me, like, hey, nah, that's not the way, or let's try this way, or here's how my friend did it, like, so I'm just thankful that everyone has given me bits and pieces.
Right. And you paying attention is half of that.
Yes.
I mean, you got to keep the ears open and just to
Mouth
kind of
shut.
soak that up. And I mean, you have a great big voice. So, I would imagine.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is the part. Now, ears are so important to a singer. I think singers are like birds, and they hear frequencies on a whole nother level. Do you get that experience?
Yes.
Do you?
Honestly, I do. Sometimes I have selective hearing, honestly. Like, I'll hear certain things and I'll be like, wait a minute. Or just be walking and, like, tune into something. You're like, oh my God, someone down the street is playing the piano. Or somebody around the corner is playing a guitar. Like, you can hear it. But also just frequencies you pick up on. I feel like it's easier for me to pick up on hearing by ear as well, just because of church. I didn't learn by music. Like, I didn't learn how to read music, like, unless I was reading classical, and I was a basic sight read. That's the most I can do. But hearing that and being able to train yourself to listen to that, so when you hear it, you can, like, oh, I hear that pitch. Oh, let me, or, you can be listening to something on the radio and you'll automatically harmonize to it, just because you have that training, of being around other singers in church and being able to pick it up like that. Also, the healing frequencies that happen when it comes to music, since you said frequencies, like, a lot of people don't know there are certain healing frequencies in like classical music, and definitely in religious music, Christian music, different types of religions music definitely hit certain frequencies that, bring out emotion in us. So I think that's really important that we actually, like, tune into as well, because music can heal. And, music is a universal language as well. So
Right, we all feel that. Sometimes it's hard to put it in words, or it's not tangible.
Yeah.
It's about vibrations.
And the
so
feeling.
They're just,
You can feel it.
And we got to talk about our feelings more and vibrations.
Yeah.
Well, and vibrations rule the world.
They
so
do.
when you can shake somebody's soul up and make them cry, it's like, oh, that's all vibrations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've had one time I had a person who they were deaf, and but they could feel my voice. So when I had that happen, I was like, this is bigger than just even being able to hear it. That was a moment where it's like, it's about the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when you kind of come to the realization that it's not just about, if you can get up on stage and it might be a little pitchy, or you might not feel the best, but when you give your all, they can feel it. Everyone can feel it,
Yeah.
So
pour it all out there. Leave it on stage.
Yeah.
Don't take any energy home with you. Leave it
No.
all out there. Well, and you said it's about the feeling. The blues is about a feeling. This is a blues show. You're not a blues artist. I'm not going to try and box you in anywhere. But how does the blues inform what you do? Is it there somewhere?
Yes, definitely. So as a young girl, my grandfather I used to come home and go in the den and sit on his lap, and we would sit and listen to B.B. King. And it would just be amazing of just that, he's my best friend too. So when it came to just blues and also soul being around in the house for me, that was a big foundation of how I grew up. And I think that was a big foundation of my sound as well, and kind of what pulls me to what music that I like, and even some music that I don't like, and kind of just get around. I might not like it at the first listen, but after hearing it, you kind of go back, I can hear these chords sound like this old blues song or this old jazz song that I heard before. How can I make the connection? Or, maybe I could write something off of this. So it's everywhere. You just got to find it. You just got to listen to it. So that's how it influences me. Even in hip hop songs today, you can hear certain times they'll put in a little, like a cadence from a different song, or something that's similar. So it all circles back. Yeah. It all does.
Do you play music? Do you play piano or guitar or anything?
Unfortunately, I don't. I used to play violin when I was younger.
Okay.
I always wanted to play the keys or guitar. Mm-hmm. My grandfather actually had a guitar, and he gave it to me. Ooh. So I have that, but I do not know how to play. So if anybody out there could teach me how to play,
you're at the
please.
Drum School of Music.
Yeah, I might as well
just hook you up. There's definitely teachers here. We can find one.
Yes.
Whoever you want. There's,
Yes, I need someone.
Many to choose from.
Yeah, yes.
I'll mention some of my calendar, as a matter of fact. So, you want to play piano?
Yes, I want to play piano or something, because I feel like when you're an artist and you're able to play, it just makes it easier.
Sure.
You're able to create quicker. You're able to, because you can have it at your fingertips instead of having to search up a beat, If you are able to take something and strip it down, I like to take beats and strip them down to acoustic versions. But it would be awesome to be able to say, hey, I'm taking this acoustic version of me on guitar, and I'm now adding beats and all these other things and building it and really making a produced piece of art. Right. So it just, if you have that ability, nothing can stop you. So I'm definitely trying to learn.
Oh, awesome. There's so many questions running through my head. Okay, let's stop and give my sponsor a shout out. Yes. Our guest is Jayza Duhon. Did I say that right?
Yes, you
did.
And
is the H capitalized or no?
No.
Okay, Duhon. Mitch's Best Buffalo Sauce is our sponsor, and we've got a nice audio clip that's an earworm. It just gets stuck in your ear like the sauce gets stuck in your mouth. And there it is.
Mitch's Best Buffalo Sauce.
It's all earwormed up.
Mitch's Best Buffalo Sauce.
I sing this all week long.
Well, the sauce boss says you've tried the rest. Well, you'll be back, 'cause this one's best. Mitch's Best Buffalo Sauce.
And we feature it at all of our events here at the Seattle Drum School Lab. It is handmade in small batches. It's made like a gourmet French sauce. It's got just the right heat and just the right bite. This rich and creamy sauce made with all real butter tastes great on everything except dessert. It tastes great on chicken and wings and seafood and roasted vegetables and many other foods. Avocados are one of my favorites. Available locally at QFC, Metropolitan Markets, Hagen Markets, and most fine meat shops in the Puget Sound area. Order directly from Chef Mitch, the sauce boss, at mitchesfoods.com, and that's his QR code. Oh, thank you, Christian. You're awesome. Right on cue, right on cue. Okay, so more questions for Jayza Duhon. You have played more theater, Paramount Theater, Benaroya. Somebody found out about you and booked you in all 3 spots, but tell me about each one of those shows.
Okay, so
I mean, that's each one is amazing.
yes, Benaroya Hall. Okay, well, let's start with the first one. It was the Moore Theater, Music at the Moore. I did a production in 2016. I think I was about 16 years old. Wow. It was my first ever production. And I got to sing with Robert Glasper, and he was basically put the production on with a whole bunch of young adults and kids, teenagers, and we had an amazing time. Actually, Paris Alexa had told me at the time, I had done a open mic at at one of the theaters, and she had told me about it, and I went in. I did the audition. I got a call back. The day I got a call back, and we're going to the callback, I got into a car accident. Ouch. And I stopped on the way to my church because my car would not drive, and I still pressed on and went to that callback because I knew I had to get on that stage, and I knew that if other people in the community were telling me that this was a space for me, that I had to be there. So I had to do it. It was amazing. And it was an amazing experience. Like, to be in the same room as Robert Glasper, when it comes to jazz, like, this man is a genius. So, and to meet so many people and around the city that are musicians and artists and that have now become long-term, like, long life friends. Cool. Juwan, shout out to you, and we're in the space for you. So yes, he's a drummer, and he actually is in L.A. with Robert Glasper and some other folks. He does his own things. He does Tiny Desk, well, not Tiny Desk, but Tiny Room L.A. Y'all should go out if you guys are ever in L.A. Okay. It's an amazing jam session. But it was just an amazing thing, and I got so much love from it, and it kind of started me and catapulted me on my way into my career. That one event just was amazing in itself. I had an option to sing to kids I'd never seen before, and from my old schools when I was a child, and I was just like, this is amazing, you know? This is what it's all about. So,
well, no, I saw an opera video. It looked like it was the Moore Theater. Mm-hmm. Tell me about that.
Yes. Okay. So that was out of my comfort zone. I didn't really want people to know I sang opera at that time. I was in high school, and I was just kind of like, oh, I'm just doing this to
study on the side?
I was studying on the side. It wasn't like, oh, this is what I want to do. And they found out that I could sing opera, and they were like, oh, yeah, we have it right now, this picture in their head. And they were like, you need to be on the balcony. We're going to have you singing, looking out, and then we're going to cut to the next artist. And I was so scared, but they loved it. They ate it up, and it was a beautiful moment, and I'm so thankful for it. It was such a beautiful moment, honestly. And I was 16, so
do you have the chance to sing opera now?
Oh, yes, all the time.
Okay.
All the time I do. Whenever I get a chance, I'll pull it out. Yeah. You know, I kind of want to get into the realm of trap opera. Who knows what that has for me? I kind of want to do, like, just my own little version of opera, you know?
Somebody should tell you could do whatever you want.
Thank you.
I'll say it. Yeah. That was one of the most liberating things my dad ever told me. You can do whatever you want.
Yes.
Yeah, so, yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Thank you.
You can learn how to play piano right here at the Seattle Drum School.
Yes.
Let's see. What else? Jeepers, there's so many questions running through my head. Tell me about Take the L. You mean Take the Loss, right?
Yes, take the loss, take the L. So take the L means just take the loss. I feel like we all take the L at one time in our lives. You know, we have to. But I feel like it's the way we get up from it. I wrote that song when I was going through a breakup, and it was up and down, and emotions and the grief from it and the possibilities of what could have been, and just that, that down feeling. When we wrote the record, because I also had some help on that one, we kind of just came at it at the angle of like, whatever, you may take this L right now, but as long as you get up, you're doing the right thing. As long as you take that L and turn it to a lesson, that's really what take the L is for. Take the lesson, okay, and then make it into a blessing. That's what you got to do.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, take the lesson, not the loss, because you're focused on loss, but focus on the lesson.
Yeah, in the loss.
Then you
sometimes in the pain, it is beauty after. So that's what we're going for.
That's the bouquet of flowers waiting for you.
Yes.
Oh, man, I was supposed to have Eric Two Scoops More. I'm kind of glad he stayed home. Jayza Duhon, my guest today. We'll reschedule Eric Two Scoops. We're going to do some songwriting, and he's just a master at that. On the 25th, right here, we're going to have Anthony Estrada. And on the March 3rd, looking forward to Bobby Vega. Oh, he played with Etta James. Yes. He is a hella player, and he lives in Vancouver, Washington, so I'm very lucky to have great guests. I'm still booking some of March, so if you're interested, please reach out to me. My next bathroom review, am I going to tease that? Really? No. We're just going to surprise you with the next one. And if you're interested in sponsoring this podcast, that is also available, and we sure would appreciate it. It costs money to get this together, but it's a lot of fun. And you can watch all the archive shows, Blues to Do TV, live streaming podcasts, so the audio's cooler than the video, but you can watch if you want. YouTube, since about September of 23, we've been doing this new version of Blues to Do TV. Past guests include Tim Scott, Lizzie Sunshine, Leslie Stardrums, Milton and Lady Keys, Curtis Seals, C.D. Chris Littlefield, C.T. Thompson, Bunny Brown, Butch Harrison, Patty Allen, Herman and Coleman, and Ronald Brown from Septimus, Annette Taborn, Blues and Schools maven, Jay Hollingsworth, Jerry Miller, Mr. Moby Grape, Joel Astley, he's like the hot item this year. So anyway, a lot of great guests. See it all. Binge watch, youtube.com/C/Seattle Drum School. I'm at the lab at Seattle Drum School, and I want to give you a brief calendar. I know it's kind of running late, but we started late, so we'll just go a little more. Every Sunday at the Royal Esquire Club in Columbia City, it's a real band that backs you up, 8 p.m. start or so. Every Sunday at the Spar Beer Parlor in Tacoma, there's Sunday Blues Band there. Every Monday at the Nectar Lounge in Fremont, it's Mo Jam Mondays. And I think I've got something else every Monday. Andy Coe at the Blue Moon. I think I got that. He's every Monday. Every Monday is also the Nectar Lounge in Fremont, Mo Jam Mondays, and they have a different guest every week. That's a lot of fun. And they sort of all migrate to the Sea Monster later in Wallingford for the later jam. Every Tuesday it's Capital Cider with John Pinetree. A blues showcase starts about 6:30. Also a jazz jam at the Rumba Room in Columbia City with either Sheila Kay or Tess Thomas, 7 to 10, and they let a little blues seep in there. Every Wednesday at Dawson's in Tacoma, it's a blues jam. Every Wednesday at Madison's in Everett, it's another blues jam, north and south. Every Wednesday at Tim's Tavern at White Center, it's an open mic. What do you got? You got something too? No, you wanted to say something. Okay. You got a gig. Go ahead and pipe in. I'll just shut up for a second. Anyway, Golden West in Tacoma, Jerry Miller every Wednesday. I'm going to make one of those real soon, Jerry. He was a great guest, by the way. Every Thursday at the Flight Path in Boulevard Park or Tukwila or wherever that is. It's in the middle of something. It's a jam with John Stoudemire, Herman Brown, Curtis Seals. All greats. Yeah, all greats. Yes. Legendary fun. That's where I saw you for the first time. 8 p.m. show on Thursdays. And sometimes I get the nerve to get up, too. Every Thursday at the Salmon Bay Eagles in Ballard. Get out of your comfort zone, Marlee. Yes. Every third Saturday. Oh, yeah, they have blues at Salmon Bay Eagles a lot, but mostly on Thursdays. Every third Saturday at Cheng's Thai in North Bend. Lonnie Williams, we were just talking about Thai food. Got my mouth watering. At the Neptune Theater tonight, look for Some Stars of Native American Comedy. Oh, that sounds like fun. Yeah, we're keeping an eye on the academies and looking forward to seeing Lily get that. I'm sure she will. Demetrius Jazz Alley has Mindy Abair one more night tonight on saxophone. She's amazing. Blue Moon, as I said, Andy Coe, Mondays. 9 p.m. start. That's late on Mondays. Demetrius Jazz Alley has the Cookers this week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Bad Albert's has Annie Eastwood and Friends on the 20th. Hey, it's a holiday tomorrow, so tonight you could go out. I encourage people to support live music, especially when they got an extra day off. At the Triple Door in Seattle, the Northwest Blues All-Stars are on the 22nd. The 22nd through the 25th, the Demetrius Jazz Alley, the Stylistics. And there's more in February. I've got Tommy Castro and the Painkillers at McMiniman's, that place we do the bathroom review. They're going to be there on the 25th. 26th, they'll be at the Conway Muse. And the 27th, the Triple Door in Seattle. Tommy Castro and the Painkillers. Yeah, there's some music for your owies. The Seattle Opera is going to do X. Did you hear about this?
No.
Based on Malcolm X. Looking forward to that.
I'm going to have to go see
Matter of fact, some of the players from the Seattle Drum School here, teachers or whatnot, are part of that. February 24th through March 9th. We'll have to go to that. I'll have to see about getting tickets. I bet you'd love that. Aurora Borealis has the Jazz Police Big Band. Boy, they've been around for decades. Probably change a couple players, but the February 28th date at Aurora Borealis starts at 7:30. And finally, the last date of February is the 29th. Oh, we got 29 days in February this month. Slim's Last Chance in Seattle has the Dusty 45s. That's a 6 p.m. show. My guess is they're going to be outside. Might be warm enough. We'll see. And then early March, here's another one. Demetrius Jazz Alley has Albert Cummings, Curtis Salgado, Alan Hager. Albert's new record is produced by Tom Hambridge, one of the best songwriters and producers. So look forward to that, the 5th and 6th of March at Demetrius Jazz Alley. Okay. More calendar in future weeks and news. I'll skip that news for now.
Let me just put in, I have 2 So Far Sound shows. The 19th of February. Follow my social media, and I will be posting about all of my gigs in February that are coming up, as well as March at JayzaDuhon. That's on Instagram, Facebook, and all platforms. Okay, so check me out.
Very good. You are very good about that all platform stuff.
I try.
I think when we first met, you were like, "Oh, I'm on all platforms," and I said, "Okay, how do you spell that again?" All right. Well, thank you very much for being my guest today, and we'll do this again. I'm gonna keep an eye on you. She's only 24 years old. She's already performed at the Moore Theatre, the Paramount, and the Benaroya. We didn't even get to talk about the European tour, but Take the L, her latest single, and a great show. Thank you very much for being on my show today. It is Blues Church, Blues to Do, right here every Sunday afternoon about 1 o'clock. And you can stream it on any device. You can check it out later after the fact. And I got one more piece. Where does it say end? Oh, I'm supposed to end the show with real music, real people, real stories. There we go. Thank you, Christian, for doing a great job. We'll see you next week. Bye for now. Okay. Just a little.